Day 16 of the daily vlogs, and today's not really a vlog. If you can't tell by the title, it's gonna be basically 5 things that I've learned throughout these last 16 days that have helped me to basically understand and realize how solo trip traveling works now, or little tips that just help it go a little smoother. Before I get into that though, day 16 went pretty well. Me and Anhui went ahead and did some archery, and then we went out to downtown, and Satang was with us and Anhui, and we basically just sat on a bench, ate some stuff, and then went home and grabbed some burritos. If you can't tell, I'm super tired. I am in the hotel in Hoi An, Vietnam. I only probably got 2 hours of sleep in total last night. I guess last night you could quote, but alright. On to the part that I want to talk about. 5 things that I have realized that help me throughout my solo trip. Tip number 1, and before we get into any of these tips, I'm not a trained professional. I do not have any trained knowledge of this stuff. This is purely from experience. So please take it with a grain of salt. Don't take each and every word I say to heart. And yeah, I'm not professional, but from my mistakes, I thought I'd just push something out there. Helps me with my speaking and talking face to face with the camera as well. But anyways, the first thing is adaptability. Adaptability is so important in solo travel, I believe. That's why I kind of put it at number 1 or the first one. It's because things are going to happen throughout the solo trip. Things aren't going to go right. Something's going to be off that you didn't even plan for, or you're going to have to take a whole entirely different new route than what you had planned for your vacation. It happens. And being able to adapt during solo travel to understand that, okay, this isn't going to work, I can try this instead, will help you go a long way in solo travel. I've realized that in China, I didn't come with a visa, but I just had to show up at the gate with all my documents, proof that I was going somewhere and not being there for suspicious activities, and I made it through. Next tip I'd like to give is money. And as much as I'd hate to say that it's not important, it is, especially for solo traveling. You're the one source of basically monetary value. You don't have a friend there in case you do need help or backup financially. Things can happen, and that is a big concern. For me, I haven't had too much of a problem with it when it comes to withdrawing money and being able to keep currency. What I recommend is you get a card that allows you to exchange currency at an ATM with no fees, like the Charles Schwab bank card. Not sponsored. I use it and I have loved it so far, so that's the reason I push that out there. You can currency exchange at an airport or somewhere with cash, but sometimes you lose value, and that's the main thing you really have to watch out for. Other than that, always be prepared, and whatever you plan, try to bring double that. I expected to only spend a certain amount, and I have exceeded that amount, probably. I haven't yet, but from the looks of it, it will. The next tip is enjoyment, and this one should probably go over all the other ones or after adaptability. Enjoy your trip. Enjoy every moment of it, because it's not ever gonna be the same again like that. The next solo trip you go on, or the next trip you go on, it's gonna be different. You're not gonna be there in that same exact moment where you got stuck in that airport. Maybe this time it was smoother. So enjoy everything you can, even though sometimes it sucks, like having to pay for $80 extra for my plane ticket over here for being late. You'll see that in day 17, more on that later. Continuing on, to the fourth one we have is main factors in solo travel. Figure out your main factors. Figure out how you're gonna get from one place to the next, and that's the main thing. I love being spontaneous. I love going out and just doing whatever feels right to me. But I also know that there has to be a little bit of structure to it. I had my plane tickets and everything for planes booked months ahead of time. I recommend you do the same as well. Reason being is because if you buy a one-way ticket, in case you don't have the funds or something happens, you don't have a way back. Having a way back also guarantees or gives you better power if you need to get a visa or anything like that. And sometimes they won't let you unless you have a returning flight. So with that, get your main points of travel. Hotels can be even included in that, which I book mine like a day or two ahead. If you have a certain style or want for a hotel and that you like, that's the main factor for you, and you should worry about it. But basically, point is, get from point A to point B. Just have that plan. If you like spontaneousism, perfectly fine. If you like planning everything, go for it. Maybe everything is a main factor for you. Next is prepare for whatever. And that kind of sounds like adaptability, and that kind of sounds like main factors, but this is a little different. Prepare to be shocked, prepare to be happy, prepare to be sad, prepare to be angry, prepare to be everything you could ever imagine. It is part of solo traveling. I've prepared as much as I could, and I still don't feel as prepared as I should be. Prepare, but also just be ready to just go for it. There's so much preparation you can do until it becomes overused. So with that, those are my 5 tips that I would give to anyone trying to start to wanting to go to solo travel. If you have tips and you have any ideas, throw them in the comments. I'm just a 19-year-old across the world by myself, so maybe I don't know the top 5 things that would make solo travel better or easier, and maybe somebody watching this video does. So help out the next person and drop a little comment about what you think would be good to help. With that goes into our motivation or idea of the day. Hobbies into fulfillment. Hobbies are things that we do almost every single day that everyone really takes for granted. Hobbies give you a sense of purpose or a sense of feeling that you're doing something right, usually. Use it as fulfillment. Paint a drawing for a family and giving it to them. That hobby has just turned into you giving that family a piece of memories or just a reminder. And that should give you some fulfillment that you are helping others throughout their journey as well as yours. I did not realize me doing 100 push-ups a month back in the day had changed anyone's idea of anything. But the more I realize it, the more I see that those 100 push-ups every day for a month has inspired many people. I didn't think going into doing 100 push-ups a day that I would ever change anyone's mind by doing it or give other people the motivation. It was just a hobby, and it turned into so much fulfillment looking at it and being like, wow, me doing something to better myself has helped other people better themselves. So do the hobbies the best you can. Enjoy your hobbies and gain some fulfillment out of it, because you put in the work into those hobbies, and I'm sure somebody out there would really appreciate that work. I know the advice and the tips are kind of dragging today. I'm dragging too. If you can't tell, I'm absolutely tired, but we're pushing on and we're gonna get these days, even if I have 2 hours of sleep or less in my system. With that is a wrap for day 16. One super long talk that I really dislike doing, but at the same time, it helps me get used to talking to this whole camera, especially because talking to a camera in public is, for me, is very hard, and I've been trying my best to get better at it. I hope you guys won't ever have to feel like you're being judged. But okay, you know what? Let's cut. I'll see you guys in day 17. Good night.